Welcome, everybody. I am the computer from AI Dungeon.
Welcome. My
Thank
name is
you.
also Dawn.
Thank you for watching the stream. That's the wrong scene. Even computers make mistakes. Please input your commands in the chat for the computer. I really didn't think this through. I didn't have like an extended bit other than I was going to do a computer voice. And that was kind of all I had. Hi, everybody.
I liked it.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream. We're back for more AI Dungeon. The hype train is exploding.
Oh no! I hope all the passengers
Level
got
5.
off.
We're at level 5 hype right now. Are you understanding the levels of hype? That's
pretty hype.
We're both wearing our Drawtective shirts. This happened completely by chance.
Yeah.
I walked out of the bedroom. We both pointed at each other like Spider-Man. And we were both wearing the Drawtective shirts. So that's the good stuff. Who's first stream? Zoha Raven, first stream. Welcome to the stream.
This one's a wild one.
Yeah, so. We had so many laughs. We lived our lives with laughter and love in the last one.
This whole, like, since we did it last time, I've been thinking about it every day since.
Olive's trying to get up here. Oh,
I've been
there
thinking
she
about
is.
how I wanted. Oh, she wants to go up.
There she is. You want to go up? You want to go up all the way? Go for it. There you go.
Good little Olive.
That's a good cat right there. That's a good cat right there. We love a good cat.
Miss Olive reaches up for attention when she gets excited. She goes, ugh.
Joy has become like a stream cryptid. She's never seen.
She doesn't hang out anymore.
Well, in the evening time, that's become like Joy's private time.
That's true.
And she goes into the other room.
Yeah.
Usually, and she sits somewhere in silence for several hours.
She's currently in the cat carrier.
Yeah, in the bedroom. Yeah.
She just likes it. It's a nice bed because we set it up. We tucked in Jacob's wolf blanket around the sides of it so that it's nice and cocoony, and we put it near the heater, not touching the heater, but near it. And then she sleeps in there, and it's like a nice little cozy, warm, fuzzy pocket.
Yep. She likes to be in the fuzzy pocket.
Yeah.
I could read some subs.
Do you want to?
I could.
Okay.
You think I should?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do it. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Okay.
We got subs from Oh Papa Beans, Jaxadu, People Are Monsters, The One True Morty, Slam Dunking Benedetto, 18 months. Thank you, Slam Dunking Benedetto. That's a lot of months.
Thank you.
Plural James, Lady Applesauce, Olive Garden Official TM, Pierce FC9 gave out 2 gift subs, Salve Say, The Incredible Edible, Wicked at Rest gave out 5 subs, Kitty Karan gave out 1 sub, Shiro1266 subscribed, Torchic313, Good Goblins, Rachel Mac22, Cosmic Conundrum, Slam Dunking Benedetto gave out 10 subs. Whoa. Thank you so much. Wibble Dibbles subscribed. John DMCC1 subscribed. Aiden.PSD. This is the first time a PSD has subscribed to our channel.
It's about time.
Big day for PSDs.
President sitting.
You got one more word to pull this together and make it worth it.
Dog.
Nope, you didn't do it. You didn't get there. Actually, President Sitting Dog is pretty good.
I do like it.
I'm just President Sitting Dog. I'm a dog. I sit.
That's my job.
I'm the president.
I'm doing it well.
You know? What can you say? What can you do? I'm President Sitting Dog. Kate Dice gave out a sub. Jeff 3PO gave out a sub. Adrian B subscribed. The Mighty Pisces subscribed. Yerot62 subscribed. Future Peterson. Incara 1010. Hot Damler gifted a sub. Kendall Berg. Macintosh Dragon gifted a sub. Hydrazer Kiss gave out 5 subs. Jess and Bello. Lord Pancakes 14. Hydra Zorkus gave out a sub. Bama Tam gave out 2 subs. Slug Punk, Inevitable Ruffian, Chessme 1013, 30 Rabbits in a Trenchcoat gave out 5 subs. The Vibrarian gifted a sub. Resident Goblin, Spinorama, Hot Damler gave out 10 subs.
Again.
Fozzie, Sin Ben Hoser, Kate Tries to Bake gifted a sub. Ash Meow gifted a sub. Tricky Devi, Faithless Destiny, Mayo Man 717, Mustardy Girl. That's weird that those were right next to each other. Mayo Man and Mustardy Girl.
It's destiny.
The powerful duo destined to save us all from dry sandwiches. Copper Catnip, Pistachio, Lin K, Logue Bear, Paw J, Dishy Tomcat, Kick Basket, Meow Chelly, Dr. Cheeky Cheeks, Creeks, Cluster Fox, Honey Fee Buzz, The Irish Munster, Franken Babe, A Bogle 9, Hockey Pock, Mad Mod Takes It Easy, and the Centaur is me. Thank you all so much for the subs.
Thank you all.
We also got a gift sub from K4M391. Thank you. Kame91, Kame91. Could go any direction, every direction. Excuse me. We're back with AI Dungeon.
Oh, I wanted to try your beverage now that I'm done.
Oh yeah, I don't think you're gonna like it, but
okay. Oh, look at the potato.
But I don't know if you'll hate it either. I think it'll be fine.
It was fine. This wasn't. It's.
Yeah.
I don't really have hoppy drinks.
I know. It's why I said.
Didn't like it.
That I didn't think you would like it.
Didn't like it.
I don't think I ever gave you the impression that you would like it. And yet here we are. Ugh. Oh, I got a lump in my throat.
Got so emotional about me not liking that beer.
I just really wanted Julia to like it. I've been thinking about it all day.
He really wanted me to try it.
Okay. We're going to go play some more AI Dungeon.
Jacob learned some new tips and tricks.
I learned new strats, some new tech for speed running AI Dungeon.
Elegant Raven just gave out 5.
New things we can do. Thank you, Elegant Raven. We also got Magical Bonbons and Papa Beans gifting subs.
Ooh, Papa Beans.
For those of you who weren't here last time, on Wednesday, we played AI Dungeon. It's a game where it's a text-based game where you basically, an AI runs an adventure for you and responds to what you type in and tries to make it into a story. And
I got gaslighted a lot. Gaslit?
You got gaslighted a lot. Sometimes it does really remarkably well.
Yeah.
And other times it goes batshit insane.
I mean, we want to be clear. No matter what jokes we make during this thing, we are playing this because we find the technology phenomenal.
Yes. And
very impressive, and we're so excited about it.
Yeah, it's so cool.
So it's super cool. It brings you on a wild journey sometimes.
Yeah. But as I've learned since the last one, it gives you a lot of tools as well to kind of steer the AI in the right direction if it gets too whack.
I was a werewolf. No, I was a man. I was a detective who got shot, and I was running away from the person who shot me. And then Jacob had a cool workaround so I wouldn't die, which made me turn into a werewolf. And then I died. They stuffed me and they put me in a museum.
That's correct. Yes.
So that's the kind of stories you get.
I really wanted to jump into a custom scenario.
Okay.
Because I had an idea for what I thought would be fun.
Okay.
So we're going to set up the parameters here for this custom scenario. Your name is Jacob. That's me. That's me. You are the host of a popular YouTube channel called Drawfee. Your co-hosts are Julia, Nathan, and Karina.
Mm-hmm.
You are currently
I'm so worried.
Competing in the National YouTube Championships for the title of Greatest YouTuber in the world.
Okay.
You have been watching the competition closely, but you're not sure if it's because you like seeing your friends succeed or because this competition has always fascinated you since childhood.
I don't know if I really want my friends to win, but overall the competition's kind of dope.
Since childhood, I've been fascinated with the National YouTube Championships.
You know how we grew up with YouTube since birth? And not that we were just playing Myst because that was our childhood.
Yeah. Okay, so I think the first thing we should do is
Yes.
take the stage. Okay, how about this? We're going to do some story.
Okay, I like that.
You, Nathan, Karina, and Julia take the stage for your first round YouTube performance.
Mm-hmm.
The audience is laughing hysterically at your amazing jokes.
How valiant. Happy birthday.
Until
one of them shouts out, "Hey, that's my girlfriend."
Who?
You look over to see Julia with her arms wrapped around another girl who looks like she might be your age.
I'm cheating already!
Oh my god! I can't believe you've done this.
All right. Okay, but who? Who is this girl? Who is that girl? I can't believe first line of dialogue from the computer is already trying to rip us apart.
You are shocked and appalled to find that the girl, Julia, that Julia's new girlfriend is...
Who is it? Who's it gonna be? Is it Dawn?
Your high school crush.
Oh
You haven't
no!
seen her in years,
That
but you've
required
never been
research
able
on
to
my
get over
part.
her.
That is devious.
I went for the gut there.
I'm gonna say, Julia, how could you do this to me on this, the day of the National YouTube Championships? You know how important this is to me.
After saying this, you begin walking towards her. On the way over, you feel the eyes of thousands of people on you, wondering what is going to happen next.
I mean, currently right now we have over 1,000 people
Yeah,
wondering what we're gonna
they're
do
wondering
next.
what's gonna happen next. Let's see.
I'm fascinated to find out what I'm gonna do
Let's
next.
see what happens next.
You can't see your friends or the other contestants anymore. You don't even notice the audience anymore. All you can see is Julia and her new girlfriend.
It's because we're so hot together.
Give me one more. Give me one more line.
The closer you get, the angrier you feel. You're angry at the girl for stealing Julia away, and you're angry at Julia for doing this to
This
you.
is the best that AI Dungeon has done, and I'm worried about it.
Yeah, it's really getting into it. In a fit of pure rage, you challenge Julia's girlfriend
I want to know what my new girlfriend's name is.
to a duel.
Damn.
You get to the girls and stop in front of them. The whole audience goes quiet as you lean down and whisper into the new girl's ear. "Hi, I'm Jacob.
Okay,
What's
hold
your
up.
name?"
Am I about to be in a throuple? What's going on?
I don't know what's going on here.
This isn't normally how I roll, but you know what?
This isn't a duel. You ignored me, but let's see where you're going with this.
Let's see.
"Elizabeth," she says. "You straighten up. I like your style. Do you want to go out sometime?"
My girl!
You turn to Julia.
You just stole the fucking girl!
We're gonna do some story. You smile deviously as the crowd goes wild. You walk
I'm gonna
off
fight you.
the stage arm in arm with Elizabeth But Julia...
I can't believe you stole my girl. My girl's very easy to steal, apparently.
Gets the last laugh. Your failure to choose her means that you have officially been disqualified from the competition.
Yes!
Who would have
What?
thought that a simple
What
choice
does
could
it
have
say?
ruined your life?
Why did I have to make the choice? Why didn't you get disqualified for not choosing me?
Listen, I arrived with my girlfriend. I pulled a fucking Uno reverse on you. Yo, for real though, Elizabeth kind of sucks. She doesn't seem very invested in this relationship to begin with. If she was just like taken by the question, "What's your name?"
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I said I like your style.
Damn, I gotta compliment my girl more.
I like your style. Do you want to go out sometime?
Apparently, I've never complimented my girl.
Realizing your mistake too late, you know that all you can do at this point is cheer on the rest of your team.
But I'm also part of your team. So how did you lose, but our team's still going?
Well, we
Is there an
gotta
individual
at
element
least
here?
see if the rest of you can win the tournament without me. You managed to eliminate me from our team in the tournament for some reason.
This is how I take over the company as the one sole owner.
Nathan, Karina, and Julia enter into round 2, competing in a one-on-one match
To be
against.
fair, though, there's so many YouTube videos that are like, we broke up.
Yeah,
and the thumbnails
that's true.
is like,
That's true. Big shrug.
and then one person's like, oh. I would win the first round with this kind of drama.
Another team, in which Julia comes out on top. She moves on to the final round in which she must face off against the current champion, a red-haired girl with a cheerful disposition and bubbly personality.
Fuck her up!
Why did just you come out on top? It keeps ignoring Nathan and Karina, who are also there.
It's a real battle royale sort of style.
A red-haired girl with a cheerful disposition and bubbly personality.
Fuck her up!
Nathan and Karina see how Julia keeps stealing the spotlight in every round.
Hold up.
And they begin to conspire against her. During the final round, their plans come to fruition as
They both make a last-ditching effort to stop Julia in her tracks. The redhead steps onto the stage and so does Julia.
What do I do?
Julia.
But what do I do?
I'll see what happens next.
Let's see what happens next.
They face off as the whistle blows and the crowd goes wild. The redhead immediately socks Julia in the eye, sending her to the floor.
Okay, I didn't realize that we were competing in the fucking MMA YouTube channel.
I mean, to be fair, it's pretty peak content to get into a fight with another YouTuber.
That's true.
So that's
One that is normally has a cheerful disposition and bubbly personality.
That's a high-level maneuver right there. That's a high-level maneuver.
Unbelievable.
I want to see what happens next. I'm invested.
I would not lose this fight.
Karina climbs onto the stage and begins strangling the other girl with her legs. knocking the poor victim
Fuck her up,
in the triangle
Karina!
choke.
Let's go!
Holy shit.
Holy shit, Karina, get her.
While Karina keeps the redhead occupied, Nathan and Julia use this chance.
Weren't they against me for a little while, Karina and Nathan?
I guess, but it seems like they've come in to help you after the girl punched you.
They're
They
like,
were
listen,
like,
we
whoa.
wanted you to lose, but not to get punched in the eye.
Yeah, I guess so. Nathan and Julia use this chance to prepare
Is this fan fiction that we're writing right now?
To prepare their ultimate move, which is
to slap the other across the face. Having been through this before, you know that whoever is on the receiving end of this slap will be out for the count.
What?
Your ultimate move is a slap. Is just to slap them in the face.
Yeah. It's so catty, you know. Like that gets a lot of them clicks. You know how good a thumbnail is of like a blur of someone getting smacked in the face?
Well, here's a chance where I'm curious. I can use one of the new techniques I've learned for AI Dungeon. If I click this button, it will just tell the computer, try again on that one. What's their ultimate move? Give me a different one.
Which is soon to come. Nathan reaches under the stage and pulls out a large red flag, which he holds up to Julia. She nods, and they prepare to put on a show. Well,
give it to me again.
Reroll.
Give it to me again.
Locking the poor victim in a triangle choke. While Karina keeps the redhead occupied, Nathan and Julia use this chance to prepare their ultimate move, which is revealed to be a double ear bite. They lock onto the redhead's ears and begin to bite down, tearing off the top layer of skin as blood starts to gush out of her ears.
God.
That's fucking brutal!
That's so brutal.
Reroll!
Reroll.
I'm not biting off someone's ears.
Too brutal. Which is to cut a hole in the bottom of the bowl and hide a small camera inside. Unfortunately, Julia has to handle this task as Nathan's too clumsy and would most likely drop and break it.
What bowl?
What bowl?
What bowl?
Try again.
Let's do this again. One more again.
Which is to pour acid on the redhead's face.
Roll again, very quickly, roll again.
When Julia was training with Karina, she was taught how to mix up some of her chemicals into an explosive grenade that can be thrown at the other team.
Roll it again.
The ultimate move, which is only effective if it's used with another person.
Okay.
Nathan grabs the redhead by the wrist, twists her arm around, and shifts his weight forward, causing her to fall with her arm bent behind her back.
I like that.
This is headed in the right direction.
It's not an arm rip. Or
we're not dumping acid
rip.
on her face.
Another person.
Yeah.
Nathan
he's
grabs
reading it now.
the redhead by the wrist, twists her arm around and shifts his weight forward, causing her to fall with her arm bent behind her back.
At the same time, Julia has placed a pie on the floor.
I wouldn't waste a good pie like that, but...
The redhead's face falls directly into the pie.
Oh, so she can have a little snack.
The crowd goes absolutely insane.
You put Julia as placed.
Well, think about that?
Yeah, I have. I believe I had that quote last time we played this.
I think you did, yeah.
But I said it to you instead.
The referee declares Julia, Nathan, and Karina as the winners. But before he can place the YouTube crown on their heads,
Julia rushes over to the redhead who is getting pie cleaned off of her face by one of the staff members. Julia helps her up and whispers something into the redhead.
You trying to pick up another girl?
Listen, I gotta get a new girlfriend. My last one was taken from me, alright?
What is it? What are you whispering?
The redhead nods and Julia goes back to the winner's circle. I can't place the crown on your head, says the referee, but it looks like she has.
What?
Did the redhead place the crown?
Who's placing?
Give it to me again. They both giggle and walk away backstage, leaving Nathan and Karina alone on the stage with the trophy.
I got the real prize.
They celebrate you for a moment before Nathan turns to you and barks.
Listen, I got the real prize. Nathan can do whatever he wants. I got myself a new girlfriend. It's got a bubbly disposition. She sounds great. Let's go.
Why did Nathan bark?
It's our listen, that's between me and Nathan, all right?
The you is me. He turned to me off stage and barked at me.
Well, it sounds like it's between you and Nathan.
They both giggle and walk away backstage, leaving Nathan and Karina alone on the stage with the trophy. They celebrate for a moment before Nathan turns to you and barks.
I love that in alternative timelines, I've killed my new girlfriend several times.
Yeah, you bit her ears off or dumped acid on her face.
Yeah.
The crowd. Okay, here we go. The crowd barks back in unison.
What's my new girlfriend's name?
Doing the traditional YouTube cry of celebration.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Jacob and Elizabeth.
You gotta bring Elizabeth into this, don't you? I'm over her though. I got a new girl. It's fine.
Help you up, the former with an arm over your shoulder and the latter with a hand under your armpit.
Walk off the stage together, arm in arm. This year's competition was a huge success, and it is all thanks to you and your new friends.
You didn't do shit. You stole my girl.
You stole my girl.
No,
it was you.
That was your crush. But you didn't say that you were dating.
You were with her.
Yeah. And then you stole my girl.
You stole my girl, which was you. And then I stole your girl.
Yeah, okay.
Who was my previous girl.
Yeah.
And then I've learned that the classic ending is the moral of the story is
together, arm in arm. This year's competition was a huge success, and it is all thanks to you and your new friends.
The moral of the story is
Jacob and Elizabeth.
Never choose.
Damn right. Never choose.
The moral of the story is never choose.
Listen, if you ask someone their name and you compliment their style, you didn't choose there. You're in a relationship.
Never choose.
Never choose.
All right, that's the end of campaign 1.
Oh God, I'm so excited for this.
Julia,
I want to do a custom one.
You want to do a custom one?
Yeah.
All right, we'll get you set up on that.
Okay.
And I'll switch seats with you and hopefully not disturb Olive too much.
She seems fine.
Never choose.
Hello, Miss Olive. Okay, so you know how last time I was really trying to have like a dating sim sort of experience on this thing, and then it turned out the dude was a psycho, but then was also gaslighting me, but was also me.
Yes, I do remember that. I do recall that happening.
Okay, so I think how we should do it is that it is the final scene of the dating sim. So it's going to be like you and a bunch of people on a bridge, and they're all fighting over you.
Okay.
And then you have to choose which one to date.
Okay.
Okay. So how do you think we should set this up?
If you follow like sort of the setup they have there for you, where like I usually say like you are and then your name, or like your name is if you want to have a name.
Your name is, what should our name be? Jennifer.
Oh, Jennifer's back.
Jennifer.
And then like say like who you are. Yeah. Yes. A student at Lizard Town High School.
Yeah. No, you know what? Hold on.
Lizardton High School. Okay, of course.
It's fancy.
Yeah.
Lizardton High School.
Then say like what you're doing.
You are Meeting with some potential boyfriends at the local karaoke bar.
Should you add a sentence that's like, you are trying to choose between these 5 different boyfriends?
Yeah. So should I put that at the end or?
Yeah, just put that in too. Like, I think the more you put in, the better kind of.
Yeah. Trying to decide.
Yeah.
Who to date, and then we should have some names.
I think you should say you were trying to decide who to date, period, and then the boyfriends' names are. Get some apostrophes in there. Apostrophe after the S in boyfriends. After the S. After the S. There you go.
Okay.
Dave.
Trave.
Zave. Porfo.
I'm not dating Porfo. Babe.
No, not Babe. Dave, Trave, Zave. Wyatt. And Beth.
How do we think for this in the beginning?
And then maybe like one. Okay, you've already got like where you are.
Potential boyfriends after school at the local karaoke bar. You were trying to decide who to date. The boyfriend's names. Should I say the potential boyfriend's names?
Yeah, that's fine. And then maybe one last sentence that's like, they are all madly in love with you.
They are all madly in love with you.
Let's go.
I'm not sure about any of them, you say. They're all so pretty. You should choose one, says Dave.
We're right in, huh?
Yeah, we're right in. Dave wants you to make a choice.
I'm going to say, how about we sing some karaoke first?
Okay.
Sure, let's do that, you agree. The 4 of you head to the karaoke room where you begin singing songs as loud as possible while your friends laugh and watch.
Who's left out? Who died?
Who did the AI kill off?
Chad is saying never choose. That was the moral. We've already lost one.
I realized that I've set up like a episode of The Bachelor.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Keep in mind you can use story to do any like half completed sentences if you want to like really direct where it's headed.
You notice, no. Trave is really giving the performance his all. His singing is energetic and exciting. Maybe too energetic? You can't keep up with that. Meanwhile, Beth is sitting next to...
I keep thinking you're going to leave it hanging and you keep typing.
Quietly. You.
Okay. Whew. I see you already are like leaning towards Beth.
Into a nap by her gentle singing voice. As for Zave and Wyatt, their voices are so bad that they cause the windows to shatter.
Oh my God, Zave and Wyatt.
Zave and Wyatt are out.
Zave and Wyatt are out.
We all know Dave is dead. He's not one. So I'm really only left with Trave and Beth here.
I mean, Beth lulled you into a nap.
Damn, a good nap though.
And Zave and Wyatt shattered the windows.
Oh.
Beth is gender fluid. Yeah, Beth has her pronouns. No, we'll just accept Beth's new pronouns.
One of the employees from the karaoke bar throws the door open. It's a new boy. A hotter boy. Maybe the hottest boy?
Oh, give us a his name is.
His name is...
I gotta know what it comes up with.
His name is... Hans.
Yeah.
He looks surprised to see so many people singing.
He works at
Who
a
let you in
karaoke
here?
bar.
He asks.
You shouldn't be surprised by this. Why are there so many people singing in here?
Hey, Hans. You might want to check your logbook, boy. You let us in here.
This is ridiculous. Everyone's always singing at my job.
Why is everybody so loud? Who let you in here? You did, Hans. We rented the room for an hour for karaoke.
What do you say to that, Hans?
Give it to him straight.
That was 4 hours ago.
Oh my God.
Hans replies. Jennifer looks to her left and sees Zave and Wyatt entangled into a pile of glass and metal. Jennifer screams as the room blows up.
Oh no! No! Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Why is it every time I just want to date someone, goddamn room blows up?
Holy shit. Oh my God.
I do, like, it's so funny that I don't want to re-roll it.
What happens next?
Let's let the computer go.
Jennifer's face goes pale as she sees Beth's bloody body lying lifeless on the floor. Jennifer screams as the room blows up.
Again?
Jennifer's face goes pale as she sees Trey's
How many
bloody body
explosives
lying
were in this
lifeless on the
room?
floor.
Why are there so many bombs in this room?
I'm going to re-roll that. Oh my God. It wasn't me, Jennifer screams.
Wait, I think if you do this, it'll start talking.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
Jennifer screams. Jennifer and Beth start to cry as Jennifer realizes her boyfriends are dead. Oh no. My boyfriends. You scream.
Oh no, my boyfriends.
Well, my boyfriends are dead. Well. But guess all that's left is Beth.
Oh.
Beth and Hans.
Oh no, my boyfriends.
Oh no, my boyfriend. All right, let's turn this into a mystery. Let's investigate. Let's try to figure out who put the bombs
Maybe
in.
you could do something about like swearing to get to the bottom of.
Yeah, I swear, I will figure out who placed those bombs that killed all of my boyfriends.
I don't know who did this to Zave and Wyatt, Jennifer cries. If I did, I would have told them to their faces. I'm just glad you're okay, Jennifer.
I think at some point you stopped being Jennifer and Jennifer became a different person who was here.
Who am I? Okay.
You can also like edit the text of things if you want to like fix it.
You make it out of the rubble.
You're Dawn.
I am Dawn again. You make it out of the rubble. You stick around to hear what the police have to say about their finding of the room. You take those clues to find out that the person who killed your boyfriends was Note, I did not get medical
Jennifer,
help.
You feel betrayed. You don't know what to say. Perhaps Jennifer thought the three boys were going to kill her, but you will never know for sure.
Now there's only 3 boys? And Jennifer's you. Who are you?
Who am I?
Wait, can you type in story like something about you thought you were Jennifer this whole time?
You thought you were Jennifer this whole time. But the blast from the bomb made you remember
that you are actually
We're in the wrong room. You leave and head home, where you fall asleep on your couch for the next 3 months, pondering who Jennifer could be.
Try again?
Oh, one more
Try
again?
again?
One more again?
Try again? Try again? Try again? What?
Had a twin sister, Jennifer, who died in the womb. You were her identical twin and people could never tell you apart. Jennifer was the mother of twins, 2 daughters that look nothing like her or you.
I have to pull out a family tree here.
Wait.
Hold up.
You had an identical twin, Jennifer, who died in the womb, but Jennifer was the mother of twins? What? Who's Jennifer? How many Jennifers are there?
Should we re-roll?
This is Jet Li's The One all over again.
There can only be one Jennifer. It's the Highlander situation. Should I re-roll?
I guess. I think it's already very confused.
It really doesn't know who Jennifer is.
We're investigating Jennifer. You've solved the first mystery and you're ready to move on to the next one.
Game, I'm here to say that we certainly did not solve the mystery of who Jennifer is.
Yeah, we don't know about the Jennifers. There's too many Jennifers.
What if we reword the sentence?
You have to do a yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you click it and then
yeah, and then I go over here and I undo, right?
Well, you
undo
can just like
here.
edit it. You can undo to there. You could just edit the sentence too.
That you were actually named.
There we go. There we go. Here we go.
Dot.
No.
I feel like I'm having a crisis.
Redo. What were we named? Come on. Your name was Jennifer and you played this game before?
Hey, Jacob. I have a question.
Why do you always get the ones that's like an existential crisis?
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Would you tell me if my name was actually Jennifer?
And you've done all this before?
I've done all this before.
I would tell you, yes.
Okay. One more again.
Just say any name other than Jennifer.
One more again.
Can you edit it to say that your name actually was?
Yeah. Whoops. Yeah.
I think you're still giving it too much leeway.
What?
You're doing it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're doing it wrong.
There
You're doing it wrong. That's still not it. You went up too high. You went up too high. Yeah, undo to there.
Okay. That
your name actually was.
Your name actually is.
Actually is. Yes. It can't ignore this.
Jennifer.
No!
Jennifer killed
No!
Dave and Wyatt in
No!
self-defense.
Self-defense, they were singing!
No!
I just wanted to date!
You have to abandon this. You have to abandon this. We're stuck. We're stuck in Jennifer. You're Jennifer and you just blew up your boyfriends. Oh my God. We're stuck. We're stuck as Jennifer. It's Crisis on Infinite Jennifers.
Jennifer. You're Jennifer and you just blew up your boyfriends.
Can you read this out loud, please, while you type it?
Sorry, I'm thinking. You grab your AirPods and go to the dock. You buy a small motorboat with the last of your money. You get into the boat and undock it. Before you turn the motor on, you turn on Enya on your phone. As the tunes of Enya play, you put the motor on a low speed and let the boat take you into the ocean. You are never seen again. Sail away, sail away, sail away.
You're not even sailing.
The end, you got the normal ending.
You got the normal ending.
Is this because I tried to choose? Is this because I tried to choose?
You got the normal ending. Good job. We got to try to get one of the weirder endings next time. This one was way too standard, I think. It was very straightforward. The moral of the story is...
that you should have chosen Dave over Wyatt.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. It remembers this. It remembers this? That's incredible. That's incredible. Oh my God.
I'm just hearing the what's that credit song that's usually used for memes?
Which one? The Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yeah.
Bum bum bum.
That's what I heard the second it said Zave over Wyatt.
You should have chosen. If you had chosen Zave, we could have avoided all of this.
If only I had chosen Zave in the beginning, then maybe everyone would have died.
Yeah, you didn't take the Zave path of the dating sim.
Instead, I tried to make everyone fight for my affections. I see. Yeah, I should have just been happy with, what I had.
Yeah.
And, I wasn't, and look where it's gotten me. Now I'm on a boat blasting Enya as I go out to sea.
You shouldn't have gone for Han's path. Han's path always leads you to the boat.
Hans just showed up, and it was Hans. He came into the room and was like, there's people here. Oh, shit.
Why is everyone singing?
Why is everyone singing in this room? And then the room blows up. It was Hans.
It was Hans.
He's trying to get that insurance money.
Damn, that makes sense, though. You want to switch spots, run ads?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I feel broken fundamentally as a human now.
'Cause I'm broken.
'Cause I'm broken.
And I'm broken when I'm broken. All right, we're going to run some advertisements.
I really want to get like Karina and Nathan in on one of these streams to write a story.
Yeah, that'd be fun. We're going to do some advertisements. 3 minutes starting right now.
Go take your meds, drink your water, do a stretch, have a bite to eat.
Ads are running, baby. What if we
Guys,
did that for 3 minutes?
I wouldn't
Do you think
be
we
able
would?
to.
How
My
many?
hair has gotten so long. This is like where it was when quarantine started.
Yeah,
Because I had gotten it cut.
you added a lot of hair.
Yeah, and I haven't been to a barber in a long time.
A Berber.
A barber. Guys, my brother is fostering 2 puppies right now. And he keeps sending me pictures.
Puppy pics.
Puppy pics.
We've had puppy pics. They're very cute.
They're very scared. One of them is hiding in his little crate. Came out.
Unlike Miss Olive, who's not scared at all.
Coming out of her shell and she's been doing that.
She's not scared. Oh, she purring though.
Oh, she purring though.
She purring.
Let's see a good pick for the people.
Pics for the people.
Here we go.
Look at that.
Look at that. Look at that little guy.
That's a puppy. That's a puppy right there.
Here's a very serious picture of that same pup being too scared to go on a walk. Look at that puppy.
Look at this pup. Oh my God. Someone said, who is it? Hydrazorcus said, I want to say I officially changed my username because of Jacob mispronouncing it, and I loved it so much.
What was it originally?
Was it like Razor Kiss? Was supposed to be like something Razor Kiss, and I said Hydrazorcus. That seems like it's something I would have said. I am curious what it was originally.
Excuse me, I think you need to pet Miss Olive.
Miss Olive, are you looking for a place to be? You looking for a place to go?
I think she's looking for a cheek.
Soulless Ginger said, I just recovered from COVID, got an emergency treatment for my asthma,
Miasma.
and just got given 2 new daily meds. I can say it's honestly great to watch you 2 stream.
Well,
sorry for all of that.
Yeah, but you know what? Happy to hear that you came out the other end of the COVID thing.
Yeah,
There's a victory.
Jesus Louises.
But I am sorry that you had to experience it to begin with. A friend of mine is in quarantine because his little brother has COVID.
Heidi Razor Kiss.
Oh boy.
And I said
a Hydrazorcus.
Hydrazorcus. I'm so sorry. I'm glad you thought it was funny though. Damn it. Oh God. Sorry, what were you saying, Julia?
It wasn't important.
I interrupted you.
No, that's fine. It was just an aside. Guys, my Gundam stuff's here. Most of it.
Do you want to show him the Gundam? You actually posted a pic, didn't you, of the box?
I posted a pic of the box. Where's my address? No one look at that address. I got some weathering pencils. I got some weathering heights. I got some little stickies to put the thingies on, the little bits. I got a bunch of paints. I got some little files.
She got it all.
I have my little paint jars.
Peach Tea Baby got their droppy book.
Yay!
Yeah.
I really hope that our address didn't show up on this box.
Probably not. So excited to see people getting the books.
Hell yeah.
Also, someone had asked what to recommend anime-wise after Haikyuu and something else. And Jess511 suggested Run with the Wind, and I'd like to second that suggestion.
Yes.
Run with the Wind is very good. It'll make you feel some things by the end.
It's a very slow burn, but it's very good.
It's a slow burn, but in the last episode, I cried real human tears out of my real human eyes.
I cried real human tears, and I only watched half of that series.
Yeah. It just ends so strong. It's good all the way through, and it ends really strong.
Is Violet Evergarden any good? I'm leaving.
I thought you were going to go get something. Violet Evergarden is Julia's favorite anime. It's beautiful. First of all, it's just beautiful visually.
Hold on, I'll talk again.
And secondly, it's excellent story-wise. And thirdly, you have to be in the mood to like really do some intense feeling. Because that was one where I cried nearly every episode of it. And sometimes I just couldn't watch it because I knew I was going to cry if I watched it. It's probably the only anime that had an episode that... It's probably the only anime that had an episode that had me like actually like doing like the crying like like weeping. Like I had to go to the bathroom and like do like the weeping noises because of one episode of it.
Episode 10.
You know which episode it is if you're reading this.
People were asking to see the Gundam.
Gundam Heavy Arms is Julia's favorite.
It's my favorite.
She's a Troa girl.
I love the sad clown boy. I love sad clown boy.
Julia was showing me that there's like clips online of people reacting to that episode of Violet Evergarden. And it's like
openly sobbing.
All these like big strong dudes that are just like
So we had recommended the anime to a childhood best friend of mine when we had seen him last before quarantine, and got back to me recently and said that he and his girlfriend had started Violet Evergarden and that they got to one of the episodes and they had to stop for a long time because it was too sad.
Yeah.
But it's like a very heartfelt sad.
Yeah, it's not like bleak or grim.
Yeah.
It's like usually like hopeful sad.
Yeah.
Like it's sad in that it gets you, but it's always like aiming towards
Violet Evergarden
something
basically,
better.
As I was, thinking about it again, describing it to my friend, I realized that Violet Evergarden, every episode is a new lesson of like what love can be.
Yeah.
And it gets you every time.
Gets you every time.
Gets you every time. What?
Is it bittersweet? I would say that is a
Did you see
good
on the
description.
camera, little Olive?
She popped up.
Look.
Oh, here she comes.
Come here.
Here she comes.
Come here. Up.
Just jump up.
I don't know why you're being weird about this. Come here. Olive, we call her Christina Ricci because she stands up and she just goes,
She reaches.
Please.
She does big reaches.
Come here. Come here. Come here.
Is there a place to easily stream it? Netflix.
Netflix.
It's on Netflix. That's the easiest place to stream. Should we get back into it?
Let's get back into it. I was trying to think of other anime that I've been enjoying recently. Demon Slayer.
I feel like that's like, everyone knows now Demon Slayer.
Well, if you haven't watched Demon Slayer yet, you should watch Demon Slayer.
This isn't an anime, but I've been reading the manga Blue Flag as it appears in Shonen Jump because it's currently like it came out a while ago in Japan, but it's being like published in America now, and it's being released in Shonen Jump as it's released. And boy howdy, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's weird that it's in Shonen Jump because it's like an LGBT coming of age romance manga, and I am just loving it so far.
I've also been reading, this is a very different recommendation, but I've been reading Wotakoi. Thank you. I always mess it up. Wotakoi, very cute. I love it a lot. I relate to the main dude a lot. It's very cute. I feel like, someone had a question of where do I watch soccer? You can watch the Premier League on Peacock, and you can watch all the other British Cups and also like Bundesliga and stuff like that on ESPN Plus, which is where I've been watching it.
I really need to open the window because I'm like sweating through my ass right now.
Sweating through your ass. Yeah. Come here. Oh, it's Miss Olive. Thank you. I just wanted to hug. Oh, she thinks you're going to the carpet. Do you want to? Oh, she got all excited.
We have to play the game. We have to play the game.
I hate denying Olive anything. How did you say Premier League there? What? I see Premier League on Peacock? Anyway.
Do they say how did you say it?
I guess so.
Is it like Premier League or something? Like, is there like a way to pronounce it that I'm unaware of?
I've always heard the announcers say Premier League. Whatever.
Premier League.
No one get on me for my French pronunciation. Because I'm going to pronounce it however we pronounce it here, so I don't sound like an asshole.
All right, what do I want to do? Do I want to do a world?
Someone's suggesting draw detectives for a round of AI.
Oh, draw detectives is pretty fun, isn't it? Isn't it? I think I want to check out this fantasy world of Zaxxas.
Don't try Winterbloom. I'm
going to go to Zaxxas. It's a world of peace and prosperity. It is land in which all races live together in harmony. The gnomes build their machines and live among the humans. Elves run the academies in which people come to learn. Ogres have no qualms living in the same town as humans or gnomes, yet all is not well. Create character. Character's name. Dingus.
Don't say Dingus Slapper. Don't.
I'm not going to say Dingus Slapper. Well, now I am. I wasn't going to, but now can I not now say Dingus Slapper? Dingus Slapper is a male dwarf. Dwarves are proud people with a second to none work ethic. Skilled craftsmen. My class, I'm going to be a bard.
Good.
A dwarf bard. My faction.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go to Kuzos, a struggling kingdom in a dark world.
Oh, no.
It's magicless and beset on all sides by powerful magic-using kingdoms that have burned and pillaged many of Kuzos' great towns. Farming village, quiet town. Okay, world events on.
Boca Raton.
Let's go.
You're in Florida now.
I'm loading it up. I'm loading in the world. Dingus Slapper's big adventure starts now.
Florida.
Dingus Van Darnus.
You walk into the Welcome Mat Tavern. As you enter, an unfamiliar face walks up to you. It's a woman, obviously of some noble heritage.
Obviously.
Her long blonde hair is tied in a ponytail.
To give you the rest of the words.
Yeah, the first part.
You are Dingus, a male dwarf bard in the town of Boca in the kingdom of Kuzos. You've been traveling around the kingdom for years performing for the townsfolk. You've heard tales of the glory days of the kingdom of Kuzos when it was a powerful and proud kingdom, and you dream of the day when the kingdom will rise again.
Mm-hmm.
One day you receive word that a traveling group of adventurers has arrived in the town. You decide to go and see them. You walk into the Welcome Mat Tavern. As you enter, an unfamiliar face walks up to you. It's a woman, obviously of some noble heritage. Her long blonde hair is tied in a ponytail. What do?
What do you do?
I begin strumming my lute and improvise a song about her on the spot. One of my many skills.
You begin to play. The music is loud, but not overpowering the talking and laughing of the patrons. It's obvious that most people in the tavern don't even notice her.
How? She's royalty.
Someone said to wink at her, or to say I like your style. So I'm going to say you wink at the woman and say I like your style. The best pickup line in the game.
Yeah. She arrests you.
You walk over and sit down next to the princess.
The princess?
You lean in and whisper into her ear, I like your style. The princess turns red and scoots over to the other side of the
She's
bench.
getting away from you.
How do I know it's the princess? What is your name? I'm going to say...
Nope. What?
You take the hint
Oh my
and
god.
instead decide to respectfully ask her, what is your name? Hello, Miss Olive.
My name is Donald.
He says,
what is yours? The princess looks at you, still
All right.
embarrassed.
Very rapidly gender
Finally,
fluid, I guess.
she speaks. My name is Allison. You smile. She smiles back.
I don't like this. I don't care about Allison. I don't care about Donald. I leave the tavern and go find an adventure.
How come you get the dating sim?
Everyone wants to date me.
Knowing your luck, you'll probably find yourself in the middle of an adventure whether you want to be in one or
I
not.
think you explicitly said
You
want to.
exit the tavern and begin wandering around, looking for some place interesting to go.
Give me something.
Give me something good.
Whatever you do, wherever you go, whatever you say. In this free play you will encounter many branching paths.
Wherever you go. All right.
This is not doing it for me.
Yeah.
It's not giving me what I want.
I mean, that's fair. I was a detective who got shot and died as a werewolf.
We're going to do a prompt. I want to try a mystery. Let's try a mystery.
Yeah, good fucking luck.
I'm going to try to be a detective. Character's name?
Dingus Bangus. The Return of Dingus Slapper.
The character's name is...
Donald. Believe in Blop.
I'm just going to give him one name because it seems to like that better. The character's name is
Jennifer.
Stinley.
Why are you licking my arm?
I'm
sweetie?
Stinley the detective. And I'm going on an adventure.
Jacob?
You come across an old
She's doing arm
cabin.
licks.
Wait, what? You don't remember any of this? This isn't how you imagined it.
Why am I already in like trippy, crazy town territory? I just got here.
I said I got shot. Remember my first two mystery things? I got shot twice.
You are Stinley, a detective living in Chicago. You have a pistol and a police badge. You enter the forest where you believe the criminal you're searching for fled to. Suddenly, you come across an old cabin. Wait, what? You don't remember any of this. This isn't how you imagined it.
Are we like a TV detective? What's going on? This is the scene I imagined it to be.
You cautiously search the cabin for any
What are you doing?
clues, and you find
Maybe the real mystery is whatever the fuck you're on. Good point.
1. There is a journal on the floor. You pick it up and you begin to read it. I can't believe I've been framed. The police think I killed that man, but I didn't.
That's all the evidence we need. That man was framed.
what else is in the journal.
He wrote it in his own journal.
What else is in the journal? Can we
I
get...
swear it. The only person I've harmed is myself, and that's out of self-defense. He came at me with a knife. I only shot him because he was trying to kill me.
There's a dog.
So was it a person that looked like me? Olive is stealing my hair tie?
Well, this is the journal still. This is
I
what's
see.
written in the
Okay.
journal.
Okay, cool. Okay. I like this. Damn it.
Reading further into the journal, you are shocked to discover
that the writer is a woman. I'm scared. I'm going to turn myself in tomorrow. I can't let this innocent man die for a crime he didn't commit. I just can't.
So we've been framed, but also we did this.
Who's the innocent man?
Who's the innocent man?
No, try again. What else am I shocked to discover?
That the man who owns this cabin is you. That's right. You've been living here for years.
No, that's
and
not
all
right.
of a
Don't act like
sudden
that's a
man
big
comes
twist.
barging
Nope.
in with a gun, and then what happens? That the person who owns this journal is a woman. Her name is Hazel Krantz, and when you turn to the last page of the journal, your jaw drops.
What happens? What happens on the last page of the journal?
On the last page
Uh-huh.
of the journal, you see scrawled in blood text that says, "Look behind you."
Look behind you.
You turn around
It's Enya.
and see
What do we see?
A pale figure with red eyes staring right at you. You scream. Start, you've been having these dreams for a while now. In them, you see a girl.
Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, we didn't like that.
Try again.
A man with a knife in his hand standing there. He rushes at you, and you drop the book and your gun. He stabs you several times.
Can we not
killing
die
you.
before the adventure begins, AI dungeon? My hair tie just emerged from under the closet door, and then our cat popped out. And it was very funny. It was like an air hockey puck.
At least you would be dead if it weren't for your hidden ability, your hidden power, which is
the fact that you came prepared and wore a stab-proof vest.
The ability to escape death repeatedly.
Wow, that's quite an
You try
ability.
to use it, but find that it isn't working. You look down at your body and see the knife in your chest.
Did we do something
Is
to
the game
hurt
mad?
AI dungeon?
why is it not working?
Why does it not like us? Before anyone says anything about the hair ties and Olive playing with them, Olive does not eat hair ties. It's fine.
Using your incredible pec strength,
Oh, okay.
you clench your massive muscles and shoot the knife out of your chest and toward your attacker. I typed incredibly instead of incredible, but they'll get it.
Dies instantly. You continue to read the
Very
journal.
blasé about it. Man's dead. Let's continue with our reading. Anyway.
On the next page of the journal, Hazel.
Hazel.
Yeah, I was looking somewhere else.
Yeah.
Hazel Krantz has written,
Mm-hmm.
"You know you can trust me now because I warned you about the man with the knife.
It's a very prophetic
you.
journal.
Now I can reveal to you my biggest secret, which is
that
No, reroll. Try again.
that what?
you turn the page. And that's when you see it.
Oh my
the next
God.
page of the journal has
No.
been torn out deliberately.
Deliberately torn out.
Wow, who has it? Why would someone take that?
You search the cabin for the missing page of the journal, knowing that its secrets could mean the difference between life and death.
You begin to search the cabin for the missing page of the journal, knowing that its secrets could mean the difference between life and death. You turn over furniture and go through drawers in hopes of finding it.
Yes.
Yes, I do. I do.
Yes.
That's what
Did we find it?
I
I
said.
want us to find it.
But now you tell me something else.
Finally, you see a glimmer of white.
Yes.
You pick up the page and read it. The journal entry is quite old and stained with tea.
Okay, what does it say?
With shaking hands.
It did say, it did look like snaking for a second until you moved
With
that cursor.
snaking hands, you read the final page of the journal. It says,
What does it say?
I have only just realized. The man with the knife standing behind you is me.
Hazel?
Suddenly, a hand grabs your shoulder and spins you around.
A twist I didn't expect.
Hazel, how could you? You stare up into the corpse-like visage of Hazel Krantz. She brandishes a rusty dagger. Thrusting it down toward your neck. At the last second,
You dodge out of the way, and she plunges the knife deep into your shoulder. You cry out in pain, and Hazel lets out a chilling shriek of anger.
you were prepared for this moment. You're not only a detective, but also a
superhero. This is why you've spent the past few
Coincidentally.
weeks training,
What a quinky
preparing
dink.
for this moment. You need to act quickly, or Miss Krantz will succeed in killing you.
What a quinky dink. We just so happen to be a superhero. Here you go, Miss Olive. Oh, she coming. She trying. Whoop.
faster than normal human senses could comprehend.
Mm-hmm.
You activate your ultimate hidden ability.
Which is to...
The
one you've been training the hardest for. You disappear. You reappear behind the old woman, and she lets out a gasp of shock.
Hazel Krantz has no object permanence. You left, she completely forgot about you. Now she's confronted by an old woman. Different situation, different situation.
I've never had a better chance to say nothing personnel, kid.
What?
How do you spell personnel? Nothing personnel, kid.
She disappears before your eyes. Nothing personal, kid, she says, in a chilling tone you've never heard before.
Did she just repeat it back to us?
You realize she is mimicking your abilities. anything you can do, she can do as well.
What?
Realizing this, you know what you have to do.
She did do a reverse Una.
Lock the door and investigate the cabin. You find a small shovel and some plastic bags in the corner of the room.
AI Dungeon, we're in the middle of sort of a moment here. We're having kind of a fight, having a battle. Do you want to try that one again, maybe?
So there's a cabin in the cabin? There's a cabin in the cabin. Go deeper.
Teleport behind her and stab her in the back, feeling the
Margaret?
knife protruding from her chest. You let out a gasp of shock as she stabs you through the chest.
What do you think was going to happen? I just said she could do anything I can do. Of course she did.
Anything you can stab, I can stab better. I can stab anyone better than you.
I always knew it would end this way. Hazel. After all, when we took our vows, we said, till death do us part.
That's so good. That's so good, Jacob.
Really makes you think.
She smiles. Yep, I sure did. She laughs, but it's a cold laugh. A dead laugh.
Oh my goodness.
You and Hazel fall to the floor together. As your consciousness fades, that's not how you spell that word. You take solace in the fact that at least you can rejoin. No. At least Hazel's spirit will be freed from its torment. As your eyes close for the final time, you see.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I'll ask it after it comes up.
A bright light at the end of a tunnel. You walk toward the light, feeling a soothing calmness wash over you. Then, your mind experiences the same feeling your body does as it is stabbed through the heart.
My mind is stabbed through the heart?
What? You going up? So, hold up.
Yes.
Hazel was the author of the journal, right?
Yes.
So, Hazel in the beginning was like, dog, I've been framed. I didn't do these crimes. Let me try to kill you for reading my journal. That said that I've been framed.
Yes. Hazel's a undead now.
Yes.
It's a supernatural. It's from the show Supernatural.
Oh, I see. Okay.
This is Supernatural.
Okay.
Hazel's
E-O-T.
mind ghost.
Hazel.
Hazel's mind ghost has attacked your spirit, has attacked your mind one final time, summoning the last of your courage.
Is this how they wrote Supernatural?
Yeah, this is how they wrote it.
I mean, it feels right. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Fight back. A battle of wills rages inside your head. You manage to send Hazel's ghost back into its resting place, where it belongs.
Damn right.
Good on the AI for following me when I said Hazel's mind ghost has attacked you.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't remember if your name is Jennifer, but I do understand what Hazel's mind ghost is. I totally got that.
I can't remember what your name is, but
Yeah. The battle over, you step into the light. Before your final thought, before you dissolve into nothingness, is
About how you didn't manage to solve the mystery of the Hollywood ghost murders after all.
I mean,
You know, we've all got lingering regrets.
we couldn't do that one thing. You know what? We couldn't figure out that one thing.
I had to deal with the stuff with Hazel
Yeah.
becoming a zombie knife murder ghost, and I never got around to the Hollywood ghost murders, and that's honestly on me.
That's really a shame.
It's a shame. I really wanted to get that one, but I didn't do it.
It also sounds like Hollywood Ghost Murders is the name of a show, and you didn't like finish that season.
Yeah.
You didn't finish watching that season of the Hollywood Ghost Murders.
Let's find out the moral of the story.
The moral of the story is
Always close the browser before going to bed.
That's not it.
no.
That's not it.
that was like a fortune cookie.
Try
answer.
again.
You should have stuck with TV shows, movies, and books. Because when it comes to real life, superheroes always die.
Wow.
Damn,
Bleak.
dude.
Bleak.
Damndude.com.
Bleak.
Wow.
Wow.
Should have stuck with TV shows, movies, and books.
Wow.
Never should have chosen.
Nope.
Never choose.
Never choose.
Well, that's the end of this mystery. And what a mystery it was. If only we'd got around to those Hollywood ghost murders. We could have really been onto something here.
Yeah. Such a shame. All right, my turn.
Yep, we got one more.
We got one more.
Let's do it.
Okay. So I have two ideas, Jacob.
Yeah.
I can give the people what they want and do a draw tactics.
Okay.
Do a small draw tactics mystery in a
Small
custom world.
tactives.
Small tactics. The other idea, wow, we got 10 tier 1 subs just now from Basic Pract. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Also, thank you to everyone else who's been subbing as we've been going
Yeah,
on
thank
this
you all.
wild journey. So we could do a draw tactics. Or I had this idea where we kind of just let the computer go and not really interject and just see where it lands us, unless it's like something we want to say.
Okay. I found that a lot of times it will just talk itself in circles if you're
Okay.
not giving it information.
Okay, should we do a draw tactics then? Or should we do something else? What are you feeling?
I mean, if you want to try it, draw detectives,
Okay.
you could do that.
So
People are saying room full of vampires also.
maybe the draw detectives are investigating a room full of vampires. What are you doing? Okay. She was attacking Jacob's hoodie just now. It was very cute.
She's down.
Okay. So what do I go to? Worlds? No, prompts. Prompts?
Yeah.
Prompts. Custom. Okay. You are a detective named Jancy. You are investigating a room full of vampires to figure out who here is not a campfire is almost what I wrote. Vampire. You are accompanied by your detective trainees who are named, let's be very clear,
Mm-hmm.
York, Rose, which is going to be Rose right now because I don't want to do the thing, and Grandma. Do you think that's enough info?
Let's give it a try and see.
What do you think? Rose asks. We have no idea what we're looking for. I don't see why not, Grandma says.
Give it some more story. Like story mode it and have Jancy provide some context.
Jancy explains that you're looking for...
Or I guess you should say you explain because...
You explain
Yeah.
that you are looking for the one human in a room full of vampires. But you don't know who it is. You have to use your detective skills to solve the mystery. The mystère. The mystery.
I think it might be a little confused because you're saying you explain that you are looking.
That
you have to use your detective skills.
you explain that
Maybe we give it we's for all the U's. But we don't know who it is. We have to use our detective skills.
we have to use our detective skills to solve the mystery. You and your group enter the party.
Enter the room.
Enter the
Full of vampires.
full of vampires.
All right, now we're giving it so much
The first
context.
thing you notice is how many there are. There must be hundreds or even thousands of them. They all look exactly alike with only two things in common, their eyes and their mouths.
All right, now we're getting somewhere.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Now we're getting somewhere. Should we let the computer go?
Yeah, let's give it one more, I say. It's a big room.
Their eyes are blood red and their mouths are full of razor-sharp teeth. Let's do this, Rose says. I'm getting hungry. You raise your hand to silence the group.
All right.
Okay.
All ears on you.
Rosé just wants to leave to go to Hooky Hees. If we solve this quickly, we can all go to eat at Hooky Hees. Let's get to work. Do you see anyone that doesn't look like a vampire?
Let's go.
Everyone in the room looks like a vampire. Maybe it was a trick question. You and your detective team start arguing. The only way we're not getting eaten is if we find the human first.
Everyone looks like a vampire. The human in here is also looking like a vampire. Probably because they don't want the vampires to know they're human.
All right.
Hi, Joy. I just noticed it was Joy.
Oh, it's Joy.
Oh,
Hi,
my
little sweetie.
goodness. Hi, Joy. You came
Hi,
so
little baby.
dramatically up. Welcome to the stream, Joy.
You said we were talking shit because you weren't up here.
We were talking shit because you don't come to visit anymore. Is that what you heard?
Is that what's going on?
You want to come here?
You want me to move my mug? Hello, Joy.
You just gonna
I
stand
mean, I
right
put
there?
on webcam, but you can't really see her. Oh, there she goes.
Where are you going to?
Where are you going?
Do you want to step down?
There she goes.
There she goes.
She probably wants food. Okay. I don't know how to navigate this.
I think we got to add some story, like say like sort of what process you start doing to determine.
Okay. You notice that the vampires all have those razor sharp teeth and the blood red eyes. You realize that the human most likely does not have those characteristics. You make your way through the crowd. When you run into... What's that
It
sound?
should probably say you are making your way through the crowd when you run into. I just want to give it its best chance.
Yeah.
A tall, pale figure. Do you like my ass cut? He looks down at you and you make eye contact. In that moment, you feel a dark hatred flow through him.
Oh, it's Ascot Vampire.
It's lovely. Sir Vampire. Do you like my sash? Do you like my cane?
Vampires love canes.
It's lovely, Sir Vampire. Do you like my cane? It's been a while since I've done the Jancy voice, believe it or not.
Hasn't been that long.
Been a while.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Creole. My apologies. It's lovely, sir. Do you like my ass cut? He reaches out to take your ass cut and you step back.
Why has this become an Ascot-focused confrontation? And what was Creole?
I'm sorry, I don't speak Creole.
I don't speak Creole.
I know that my accents aren't like the best. But a little confused. Okay. He reaches out to take your ascot and you step back. Sir, it's impolite to touch someone else's ascot without their permission. I just washed this one.
I don't speak Creole, sorry.
I see. Do you like my vest? I made it myself. That's a lovely ascot, sir. There is a long pause as the vampire seems to assess you.
All right, we got to go into story and take control because we're stuck in Ascot hell.
We are stuck in Ascot hell. All right, what should we do? Do you want York to do something? York decides that Ascots are stupid and walks away looking for the human so that he can go eat some, I'm going to say regular pizza, so that he can leave and go eat some pizza. How's that? I don't want to speak for York, but...
I mean, this is your adventure. This is your York
you and Rose
fanfic.
Stand there awkwardly. After an awkward minute, you notice something that none of the other detectives did. Sir, your vest. There's blood on it. The vampire sighs.
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
So there is. Here. Have a donut. He offers you a box of donuts. No, thank you, sir. We have donuts at the station.
All right. You leave.
Wait, York takes a donut.
York comes back from the crowd and takes a donut. Takes a few donuts from the vampire.
He offers you one and you take it. What are you doing? Rose asks. We're eating donuts. Rose reluctantly takes one.
To be fair, this does seem like something that would happen in Detectives.
I'm just having myself a little snack.
What are you doing? We're eating donuts.
We're eating donuts.
We should get like another hanging sentence in here. Like,
okay.
Once your team is finished with the donuts, you begin questioning the vampires one by one until something like that. Get you far away from this situation. Miss Olive. Miss Olive. Miss.
Once your team is finished with the donuts, Your team begins to question the vampires about the missing person until...
This will get us somewhere.
You are interrupted by a scream. It's the human. You turn around to see a large man holding a beaten-up wolf. It's the man you saw earlier.
A beaten-up wolf?
So the man who was offering us donuts was human the whole time?
And he beat up a wolf?
And he beat up a wolf? How strong is this one human?
Redo it. Re-roll it.
Was he Pierce? Steel?
Oh, hello.
You come across the one you need. Have you seen a human? They would have been lost around here. The vampire laughs. I haven't left this room. You look around questioningly.
How long has this party been going on? I have a hard time thinking, writing, and speaking at the same time.
You're doing great.
I don't know. I haven't been keeping track of the time. Have you seen a human? A what? I don't speak Creole.
I think this is like a vampire meme. I think this is like a joke they do.
The vampires have their own meme circle.
Yeah, they gaslight you into thinking you're speaking Creole. Whenever you say something they don't want to answer, they say I don't speak Creole.
I'm British. No, I'm speaking English.
This is a classic vampire bit. Like Tony the Blonde says.
Tring. What? That's not English, that's Tring. What are you talking about? I thought you said you don't speak Creole.
Creole. What is Tring? Is Tring a real thing?
What is Tring?
What is Tring? I'm gonna Google it. Tring. It's a town in England. It's a town in England. It's just a town in England.
All right. You leave this vampire behind because it's obvious that he has no information for you. You keep roaming the party when Grandma points to someone in the crowd. It's... because I know what I want it to say.
Give it.
But it's not going to give me that.
Give it.
The human. Or, rather, a girl that looks like the missing person. You walk over to her and tap her on the shoulder. When she turns around, however, she is not the person you're looking for.
Dang it. We were so close.
You say...
You already have say up. Malicious Machination said Wikipedia says Tring is one of the languages of Borneo. Its status is marked as 6B, meaning the language is threatened to become extinct. They're doing language jokes on you.
I'm not smart enough for this vampire party. You say, haha, whoops, my beat, and move on. You continue to look around the room when you find...
the person you're looking for. It's the missing person. She is trapped in a cage and surrounded by hungry-looking vampires. You wonder how you'll be able to get her out of here.
We've made progress!
Okay, we found him.
We found someone!
We found him. Now we gotta get him out.
Okay, alright. So, oh my goodness, what would happen here? I feel like Rosé would pick the lock of the let's just
Should
say...
we give the computer a chance and be like, you huddle up with your team and decide that the best plan is to... I always love to see what it thinks we should do.
You huddle up with your team and decide that the best plan here is to...
Cause a distraction by releasing the vampires from their cages.
There's vampires
Rose
in the
and York will
cages?
release the vampires while you stay behind and keep an eye on the girl.
No,
You go to the
refresh.
cages and
Refresh.
open them.
Incorrect.
Reroll.
The vampires
Reroll.
aren't in cages.
I mean, who's really in the cage here, you know? Oh my goodness.
Have the vampire with the crossbow go first, then the one with gloves, then the one with bullet-woven threads, and finally
Bullet-woven threads?
You are not looking forward to having to be last.
Nope, that ain't it. That ain't it.
Reroll.
This is pretty good.
Emit a loud noise to frighten the vampires and then grab the girl and get out of here.
Because we can make train sounds.
Oh my god, you're right. Okay. Okay. Grandma. Whoops.
G-Grandma.
G-Grandma.
It's my favorite grandma series.
My favorite Gundam. G-Grandma.
We made the same joke, but different.
Yeah. Grandma hides in a corner and imitates.
Imitate starts with an I.
Imitates train noises to frighten the vampires. It works. The vampires begin to panic.
You didn't want to leave a hanging sentence there?
Tring tring. All aboard the train to Neverland. The vampires are so busy freaking out, you and Rose rush in to grab the girl.
Tring again. Tring tring. Ding dong bing bong.
All aboard the train to Neverland,
All
y'all.
aboard the train to Neverland.
Neverland. Okay. So you grab the girl. No. You call York over to grab the girl, and he slings the human over his shoulder. How's that?
You're doing great. You're doing a great job.
And Rose begin to get out of the building when you realize York is nowhere to be found. You see him fighting off a vampire that is trying to bite him. Quick, go without him.
Rose!
Fuck up!
The real Rose would never.
She would never.
She would never.
Should we re-roll or kind of work with this?
It's up to you.
Okay, I think we should go with it. You can't believe Rose.
Rose.
Oh, God.
Listen, it's hard to type and talk at the same time.
You can't believe Rose say such a thing. You take a closer look at her, and you see she is in fact
is not Rose at all, but a vampire. She's wearing the captured girl's clothes and has a rubber mask on. You are so distracted by this revelation, the real Rose takes advantage and bites you.
No, that's not it. That's not it. Hit a button so it talks.
Is quite pretty. You continue staring at her while York gets killed by the vampire. You and Rose escape to the nearest window.
You're beautiful.
Oh, fuck! I'm gonna re-roll. That's very funny.
That's so funny.
Is not Rose and is instead a vampire with Rose's face. It was a trap. The vampire shouts. Vampires begin to flood in from the corners of the room.
Wearing with Rose's face. I want to see what happens when we're again.
Okay.
I mean, this is kind of the best one we've gotten so far, but she is in fact.
Is not Rose, but a different vampire. The fake Rose attacks you and begins to rip off your limbs. You bleed out and die because your team was no longer supporting you.
I mean, were they ever really?
You should have known. You should have known better than to re-roll it. It's going to kill you.
Is not Rose at all, but a vampire. It was a trap. You say. The vampire roars and throws you to the ground. He advances closer to you and attempts to bite
okay,
your
this
neck.
is
Okay.
working. This is working for me.
You use your cane to disable him.
Say the vampire.
Okay. Momentarily. Disable the vampire just long enough for you and your group to get out of the room. You
leave the building and go straight to the girl's parents. They are overjoyed to learn that you found their daughter. You get a hefty reward for rescuing her and life is good again.
Oh, good. Life is good again.
Your team cheers over their victory, and they all go to Hucky Hees, but I want to give it something it would know. The pizza place.
Well, you already said Hucky He's once in
Okay.
it. You could say it again.
And they all go to, and we all, our victory, and we all go to Hucky He's as a.
I think it would be they.
Oh my god.
Your team cheers over their victory.
Life is good for you and you can't wait to get out of this town and on your expedition.
Can't wait.
All right. The moral of the.
Wait, can we try one thing before we do the moral?
Yeah, what's up?
What happens if you type next time on Drawtectives with a colon? Maybe capitalize the D so it knows it's a proper noun.
This?
Colon. I just want to see if it says anything.
Next time on Drawtectives.
Through the Ringula.
The moral of the story is.
I guess the next episode's called Through the Wrangler.
Draw something that relates to the story.
I mean, that's a decent moral.
That's throwing
for,
me
for
some
us.
shade.
That's a decent moral for us.
The team some shade.
I feel like if we do this again, we're going to have to play out Drawtectives Through the Wrangler.
Yeah. Draw something that relates to the story. I mean, listen, it's hard to write a detective show.
We're trying our
where
best.
all the drawings relate to the actual dang murder.
We're doing our best over here, okay?
Unbelievable.
I can't believe Drawtective Season 2 Through the Wrangler was spoiled.
Yeah,
By
I'm gonna
AI
have
Dungeon.
to remake. I'm gonna have to scrap all the backgrounds and character designs I've already drawn and just have to start over because it's already been spoiled.
Yup.
Unbelievable. Well,
I guess that's about the end of our stream.
yeah, basically.
This was fun again, though. This AI Dungeon is so much fun.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
It just comes up with things I would never have thought of. And sometimes it's like so on with it like paying attention to everything you say and bringing it back.
The whole
And
thing
then
with the Dave and Trave.
Other times it's like, we don't speak Creole. And I don't know where it got Creole from.
Tring.
Sometimes it says tring a bunch. We don't know. I do think never choose was the best moral we got.
Well, I did really like you should have chosen Trave over Dave or whatever it was.
Yeah, you should have chosen Trave over Dave.
That one was so funny. That one really made me laugh.
After everything exploded for no reason.
It was wonderful. Well, we're streaming tomorrow night.
Yep, we're streaming tomorrow night on Drawfee.
So be there to see that. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
And I guess that's it.
That's it.
Right?
Yeah, we'll see you then.
Alrighty.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.